Good afternoon and welcome to our quick draw. It's quick draw time and today we have been asked by Emily if we can draw a really cute koala. Thanks Emily for that, and yes, of course we can. And that really inspired me to do, because yesterday we did fingers and toes, so today we're doing eyes and nose. And of course, a koala fits beautifully. I did think about an elephant, but I've done an elephant already. So a koala fits beautifully with noses because they have that gorgeous big button nose, don't they? I absolutely love koalas. They're cute. And if I come back in another world at another time, I'd love to be a koala. I'd like to be a koala or a bird, both of which would be pretty cool. So you will need a pencil. You'll need a sharpener just in case it breaks. Always keep it on hand. I have a little pot to put my sharpenings in. Oh, I'll just put that all over my paper. A piece of paper, a rubber, and some coloured pens or pencils to colour your cute koala in later. I'm going to use my very uber cool brand new grey collection from Aldi, which I trialled these yesterday and I love them. They're dual tip. I think they were, I can't remember exactly. I want to say $5.99 or something for the pot. And they've got thin end and a thick end. So they were part of the art sale. And look how many greys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grey. Well, they're all grey and white really. So they're really nice. So I'm going to use those for my koala. So let's go. Now I would love to see your artwork. So please don't forget to take a photograph of what you create at home. Send it to me at You Create Art at Home. Send it to Bess. Just ask Mum to message it in, or you can email it, or you can just post it on the site on Instagram or on Facebook. I love seeing what you guys are creating. I've had some amazing artwork, and I just keep posting it, so I keep sharing it. If you have a look on the Facebook page, you'll see a whole album of everyone's creations, and it's fantastic to share the love, isn't it? So we're going to do our koala. I'm going to start off using a 4B. I suggest you use an 8B. I had a request from one of my little guys that said, please Karen, can you use a darker pencil because it's hard to see on the screen. So I'm using a 4B, which means it's much softer and it will be darker. What that does mean is that it's a bit trickier to rub out. So I'm going to try and go nice and softly. Remember, soft side pencil. All right. So let me know how you are today. Give me a thumbs up, send me a heart, give me some love. Tell me one thing that you loved about your day today. What did you love? Have you done art already? Maybe you did PE at home. Did you make some yummy lunch? Daisy yesterday went on to Come and Cook in the Gap. They went on to her little teach and she made some gorgeous fruit pastry things, which were delicious. So she did that when school finished at 3 o'clock. She did that as a little after make. So what have you done? What have you done special that you'd like to share with me? I'd love to hear. It's so fun. We're all trying new things and it's a really fun time to try new things. So share away. Let's get on with our koala, guys. Okay, to start off with, we are going to spin our pencil and we're going to put that head in, aren't we? So spin, 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 spin. It's going to be a cute koala. It's not going to be a realistic one. Okay, we have to mix it up with the drawing so that the cuter things are easier for little ones to do. All right, so spin, spin, spin. When you think you've got a good oval shape, jot your pencil down and give yourself a couple of really good swirls. I'm just checking, so I've got a screen here so I can see what you guys are looking at, and I'm just checking on that screen that you can see that it's dark enough. All right, awesome. Okay, so I've got my koala head going in here. Now, of course, they have massive, great curly ears, and they're not on the side here, which is where sometimes people put them. No, if they were on the side there, it'd be like a monkey. They're at the top, okay? So we're going to put 2 big ears in. the easiest way to do it is to do another circle. So spin your pencil, drop it down as a circle there. Now, because his head is going to be looking slightly to one side, I'm going to do the ear at an angle. Now, I've gone right through the head, and that's okay. All right, doesn't matter. We're going to shape up that later. So, right, it's a little bit big. It should probably be about there. Don't like that rubber. Here's a top tip, kids. When you've got rubbers, if you feel them, cheap rubbers have a lot of plastic in them. And if you feel your rubber like this, get your finger and thumb and feel it. And if it's really smooth, then they are the nasty rubbers that kind of smudge when you're rubbing them out. If you have a rubber and you feel like a texture, and actually you can rub some bits off with your thumb, that's a good rubber. It's got more rubber in it than plastic. So I'm going to ditch that one. And I'm going to use this one. All right, so I'm just going to rub out that bottom line so his ear is the same shape. Okay, so we've got his head, we've got his ears. I'm going to rub out those two bits that cross over the face because we're not going to want those because the ears actually sit on either side, don't they? Okay, we want to plot the nose in next. So we're going to plot the nose in, and we're going to, because he's on a slight angle, I'm going to draw a triangle. Now they're not triangle shape, it's more like an oblong with curves, isn't it? So, but we're going to plot it as a triangle for now. So I'm using the side of my pencil, going to give it a bit of a round at the bottom, and then down like this. Remember, we're just marking in at the moment, marking in, doing the initial drawing. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do the two eyes, and we are going to put in like an arch, like an arch shape, a nice high arch. So up we go, nice and high, and down the other side, and then across the bottom. This is going to be one eye, and the second eye is obviously on the second side of his face. So we need to make sure that it's up as high, up and down, and then across there. So we're just marked in those two eyes. And now we're going to mark in the mouth. And the easiest way to mark in the mouth is to do an upside down triangle. Now at the moment it looks more like a scary clown than a koala, I know. You're like, Karen, that doesn't even look like a koala. I know! Bear with. We have to go through the plotting out process before we can do the detail. So let's get down to the body. We've plotted out his head, now the body. All right, so we're going to do an L shape. Out like this and in like this. That's one arm. And then an L shape out like this and out back like this. That's the other arm. Now he's going to be sat on his bottom, all cute and cuddly. So his back leg is going to be underneath. And then I'm going to put a circle there and a circle there for a foot. That's it. I'm looking at the picture going, ooh, that looks bad. It's fine, trust me. All right, so we've plotted out our koala. Now, we need to give him a name because as we draw animals, you should always name your animal. So let's call him Carl the koala. We'll write Carl up here. I used to have a friend at school called Carl. Okay, let's go. We're going to start off, as always, I like to start with the eyes. So we're going to pair in this eye. We're going to go in and up. You can see I'm pushing darker, and then bringing it into there. And because I want this to be a cheeky cheek, I'm going to draw a curve. So it goes into that cheeky cheek. So we know he's got little chubby cheeks like me. Now the other side, it's kind of hidden round the head. So the easiest way is to put in the shape of the head first. There's his cheeky little cheek. And back round and under. And we're now going to put in the eye. So we'll put that, sorry, my children have just walked in and they're already ferreting around and making noise. Can you not do that because I'm on this? Thank you. Okay, so we're going to put the eye in like this. I mean, we know it's homeschooling and they got to work from home, but come on, people. I'm Facebook Living. Okay, let's do his cheeky little cheek there. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to do his nose shape. Down the side. Now, this is where we change it a little bit. It goes down, it goes under, and it goes back round that way. So it's kind of square at the bottom. So that's his cheeky little nose shape, and it will look better once I put those nostrils in. And they're really low because the koala has a really big nose, doesn't it? So there's his nose shape, there's his two eyes. Let's put in his eyeballs now. He's looking this way, he's looking over. So we're gonna do really nice big round eyeball there, and the same, we need to match the same size. And then a second layer and a third layer and a second layer and a third layer. Good job. He's looking cute already. All right, let's get this cute little face coming in. So we're gonna turn the top of that triangle into a smile, and we go in and down and in and down. And then we do the bottom lip. And we're just going to put his cheeky little mouth in like that. Put in his tongue. Okie dokie. Now, he's got Fluffy. How do you draw Fluffy? Well, you can do it two ways. You can either use strokes like this, and that is really how you do it if you were going to draw it like a realistic drawing. But because we're doing a kind of cutesy kind of cartoon, I'm going to draw it in like little shapes. So they're like little curvy triangles. So curve, curve, curve. So you do these, you go down and back in, down and back in, down and back in. Now his hair, I want to go this way. So this is the top of his head, like that. And we're going to do the same the other way. Cutesy hair for my cute little koala bear. Carl the koala is starting to look uber cute. And let's do the inside of his ears. Awesome. Now we're going to draw the rest of his body in. I might just rub out those guidelines, and then you can start to see how his head and features have all shaped up. And that's why we use the side of our pencil, remember? Gorgeous. Like I say, I'd love to see your drawings, so take a photo, send them to me at You Create Art at Home. Give me a thumbs up if you think I'm doing a good job. Give me a heart or an emoji. Have you explored how many emojis there are? You've got loads. They've got loads. They've got smiley faces and rainbows and all sorts of things. So you can give me any emoji you want as long as it's a happy one. I don't want any sad ones today. I'm in a happy mood. Okay, let's put in his arms. There's one arm, there's the other arm. Pretty easy. Then we're going to go from his shoulder. We're following our triangle, our L shape, but we're just going either side. Remember when I did this the other day, I explained that when we do our lines that help to mark, sort of draft the shape, this is really where the skeleton would be. So when you're doing anything and you're starting to put 3 dimensions on it, then the line that you first drew is the line in the center of the next lines. Does that make sense? Sort of. So it's like the center line. It's your skeleton, your bone. So that was my bone there of the koala. So I just drawn his arm a little bit wider. Same with this one. We're going to go either side, down, round. So this is the inside of his arm. I'm going to make that bit a bit longer, actually. There's the inside of his arm. There's the outside of his arm. And he's going to be holding a piece of eucalyptus because he's having a bit of snack. So his arms come in and his feet are like that. And we might just give him a bit of fluff on the toes. And they've got kind of an extra thumb, haven't they? Because that helps them stay on the trees. All right, then we're going to put a piece of eucalyptus I'm going to put some fingers holding it. Put his thumb at the back, put some fluff around his hand. And we'll put some eucalyptus leaves on it, which are kind of long, thin shapes, aren't they? Eucalyptus tree. Okie dokie. Let's give him a bit of a fluffy tummy. I'm going to rub out these extra guidelines. And I think we're ready to colouring him in. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to use black straight away for his cute little eyes. So that's the pupil. And then I'm just going to get that a bit rounder. And then I'm going to go for a really bright blue for the actual eye colour. And then I'm going to use the thin end of my black and I'm going to go round my lines. Give her some eyelashes. Oh, it's a Cole. Oh well, Cole's got eyelashes now. Have you all, I wonder if you've seen a koala in real life. Let me know if you have. We went to the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary and saw them there. We also saw them at the Australian Zoo. I haven't seen one, well, when years and years ago when David and I were backpacking around Australia, we did see a wild one. But I haven't, since I've been living in Brisbane and we've been here 5 years. I said 4 yesterday, but I meant 5. I haven't seen one just in the trees in a parkland. I'd like to. Be nice to see one, wouldn't it? Be really cute. See loads of kangaroos, but not koalas. They're really, they sort of hide out, don't they, I think? And they're really quiet and calm. So they're not in the same way as they're not going to be running around like a kangaroo in the same way. So I'm just using my textures. If you wanted to use pastels, or if you wanted to use crayons or pencils, all of that is fine. Use whatever you've got at home. Don't worry about it. That's what you want. I'm going to put some little claws on his toes because he has to hang on to the trees, doesn't he? All right, so let's use the grey. I'm going to use a couple of different greys. So I'm going to use my darkest grey. I'm going to use the darkest grey as his hair colour. That is very dark. It's darker than I was expecting. Let's try this one. That's almost black, that one. That's a better colour. These are really strong colours, these new pens that I've got. But the good thing is they colour in really quickly because they got so much colour in them, they flood away. So I'm just going to colour in my koala. I've said to you before, I'm not a huge fan of coloured pens. I like them for some things, but I prefer colouring in pencil. And I absolutely love using watercolour pencils. I always find that with pens like this, you know, like if you make a mistake, it's like, oh no, you can't go back. Oh, that's the wrong end. But that's okay, we mustn't get too precious over art. Art is about having fun. You don't want to get too precious over it, do you? If you make a mistake, just change it. Just change it, do something different. I'm using the lighter colour to do his tummy and just around the bottom of his legs and arms. Super quick to colour. It's like paint almost. Nearly there. And you could go on and draw, you know, a scene. Where is your koala? Is he hanging out in the tree? Is he sat on the ground? Mine's sat on the ground. Maybe I should draw some grass and stuff in a minute. Okay, I want to use a different colour grey again. I'm going to use this one that says warm grey. It's quite dark. Let's try a different colour grey. Yeah, I want to do his feet. And his hands. And the inside of his ear. I need to do that line there. I missed the line on his eye. And of course, Koala's nose is black. So we need to colour in his big black nose. I'm just doing some strokes like that because I'm going to use some of the grey as well. So it's not all black, so that you'll still be able to see his nostrils. So I've just turned into the grey there. And now I'm going to do the lighter grey underneath. So even when you're having to colour black, sometimes you can use greys, and that will give you not something that's totally solid. I've got 3 different blacks there. Okay, he needs a cute little mouth. So let's put some pink in his mouth for his tongue. We'll start off with the light one, and then we'll add a little bit of dark. And we need to colour in the tree, the eucalyptus. And the trunk. And that is my really cute little koala bear. I hope you enjoyed the quick draw today. Super easy, colour koala. It's been so much fun. I think he looks really cute. We will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.